Some cars have their story told long before they reach the showroom floor. They have a purpose, a tradition to live up to, a reason for being. And the new Ford Mustang Bullitt is one of those cars. Celebrating 50 years since the release of the Steve McQueen Hollywood flick of the same name, this is a Mustang steeped in history, famous for one of the greatest car chase scenes to dazzle the silver screen.
But at the same time, the historical hype probably shouldn't define the Bullitt Mustang, because this is undoubtedly the best Mustang we've seen in Australia. It doesn't really need a Hollywood entrance because it creates its own.
Limited to only 700 examples in Australia, all spoken for immediately after the Bullitt's confirmation, this flagship Mustang commands a $10,000 premium over the current GT with which it shares its key underbody credentials. At its heart is a familiar 5-litre naturally aspirated V8 mated exclusively to a short-throw 6-speed manual. Outputs are up 6 kilowatts and 10 newton metres via an open-air induction system and intake manifold, 87mm throttle bodies, new air filter and a power control module borrowed from the Shelby Mustang GT350. The Bullitt rides standard on Ford's Magna Ride dampers and includes rev matching, a 4-mode active valve exhaust, along with individual drive and steering modes.
Above all else, you're getting a car with a real sense of occasion, from the fake Bullitt fuel cap at the rear to the Highland green paintwork and this really cool white cue ball shifter. It's a nod to the Bullitt's pedigree without being too over the top. And then there's the sound. This isn't a quiet car with a loud mode, it's a really loud car with a quiet mode, and it sounds amazing. That sense of occasion really transcends the driving experience as well. I've got to say, I reckon this is one of the best sounding, if not the best sounding new car that I've driven this year. Together with the tactile and stubby short throw 6-speed manual, it lends the Bullitt Mustang a really nice mechanical edge. At the same time, it really lives up to the GT premise. It's broad, comfortable, and it has adaptive dampers that, in their softest setting, together with the 19-inch wheels, means that the car won't rattle your bones out. Noise is well insulated, and the cabin feels special enough given the price tag. Equally, if you up the ante, the Bullitt Mustang will happily develop into a nice little canter. The engine really finds its feet from about 4,000 RPM onwards and builds steadily to the 7,500 RPM cutout. Once you're there, it feels well tied down and comfortable at a bit of speed.
The Bullitt isn't perfect. There are typical packaging quirks, like the handbrake being on the wrong side of the console, along with some customary cheap Detroit finishes. But it balances everyday comfort with performance in a way that encourages you to overlook its foibles. It's a charming machine, no doubt.
Now yes, there is only a 3-star safety rating and the rear seat is virtually useless. Additionally, being a V8, you're going to use plenty of petrol. But I like to think of the Bullitt Mustang as the perfect midlife crisis car. It has historical relevance, it doesn't price itself out of the equation, and it's probably something of an investment, given there are only 700 coming. If you can't tell, I'm a bit of a fan. There is a bigger game at play here. See, being a right-hand drive market, Australia has missed out on some of the hottest versions of the new Mustang. Cars like the GT350 and the GT500. The Bullitt Mustang is a genuine step in the direction of those cars, and that is its appeal. The fact that it commemorates a 50-year-old chase scene, well, it's simply a bonus.